Welcome, welcome, welcome of the Dr. Bob Lee. It is Black History Month, and our next guest is the first Black female coach in the NFL, as well as the founder and president of Believe in You. I believe in you. Believe in You Incorporated. And she joins us today to speak about how she's galvanizing Black youth to defy the odds and achieve their dreams. Please welcome to the show, Colette V. Smith. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I believe.
Thank you.
In you. Tell us a little bit about how you got started and all of this. What piqued your interest in wanting to get involved in sports and football and becoming a coach?
You know, I think for me, it wasn't a thought. It was just something that kids want to get involved in sports. Most kids like sports. My only dilemma was that I was a girl and I gravitated towards football. And, you know, society will tell you, well, girls don't play football. It's too barbaric. It's rough. Play a different sport. But football was the only sport that I wanted to play. So I loved football from the time I could walk.
Yeah, and you played a little bit, right?
Yeah. I played pro football for a women's team up here in New York when I was 42 years old. So I didn't start playing pro football until I was 42.
Oh, I thought you were 42 now, or maybe 35.
Hey. You got good glasses.
Actually, they don't work that well, but I can see you. So tell us all about it. Tell us about your travels.
One day I was just happened to come across women's pro football team tryouts. And I was looking at my screen like there's no way there's a women's pro football team, let alone a league. But there was. I just never knew about it. And I went out to tryouts. I didn't believe I was going to make the team, Bob, because I was 42.
They didn't know that, though. They didn't know you were 42, though.
Well, I mean, I knew. I felt like it a little bit, you know. But I think what's incredible is that when you unleash your inner strength because you love something, because you're passionate about it, I went out there and discovered I'm going to do this because I went there with the plans of just witnessing women playing a sport that the world said we couldn't. That's the only reason why I went there, because I love football so much. I knew I wouldn't make the team, at least I thought so. When I got out there and I saw 45 to 50 women with full equipment playing football with 12 coaches and whistles blowing and tackling going on, my mind was blown. And I said, I'm making this team today. I'm making this team. And so I did. And
now you have a foundation, right? But how did you get to the Jets, though, before the foundation?
Well, yeah. So that was, I played for 3 years. I wasn't the greatest player, but I was a student of the game. I had double knee surgery, and it put me into retirement. So I retired from playing pro when I was 45. And then the owner of my team asked me to be one of the coaches. And I said, I never coached anything before, let alone football. What are you talking about? And she said, well, you know your stuff. You love the game. Your teammates love you and appreciate you. So come be a coach. So I did. Then she promoted me to be the marketing coordinator, director. I did events and everything else. So I was marketing my team as well. So I started going on New York Jets fan group pages, because I grew up a Jets fan. Yeah. So I figured, why not align these women with the New York Jets? Women's pro football, New York, men's pro football, New York. And of course I picked the Jets. So I started intriguing them, saying, hey, love the Jets, but you know, your sister's over here playing in spring. So when NFL season is over, come watch us play. So I started gaining fan base, and I had gotten the attention of some people in the front office with the New York Jets. Mm-hmm. And somebody from the front office called me. He was, his name was Clay Hampton. He was the vice president of operations for the New York Jets. And he called me, and I had an attitude that day. He called me, and we started talking about football and my team and what he could do for me, what the New York Jets could do to help us women in football. And he had given me on-field access to Jets practice. And it wasn't a public practice. So I got out there, and at that time, the head coach was Coach Bowles, Coach Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles, yes.
You figure a Black man as a head coach, there are very few of them. I'll repeat that. There are very few Black head coaches. So he was one of them. And I was very proud of him. And I saw him on the football field at practice. And I said, I'm a player. I'm now a coach. I know he's busy. So let me not go bother him. Because when you're on the football field, this is not fun and games. We're working, it's strategic. So the GM, this is kind of funny. The general manager, it was Mike McCagnon at that time, the GM for the Jets. He and I knew each other. So he sees me on the sideline. He's like, hey, Colette, how you been? How's your women's team doing? I said, we're undefeated.
Oh, he's been watching you.
Yeah, well, we had met each other. I told him all about my women's team. He remembered. And, he asked me about myself and the team. And we started talking it up. But Todd Bowles was literally like right there. He can see the GM engaging with me. And then the vice president for the New York Jets, at that time, it was Neil Glatt. I knew Neil Glatt and his wife as well. And Neil said, Colette, how you been? So now I guess Todd Bowles is like, who is this lady that my GM and the VP know?
Yeah.
So eventually he comes over and we start talking. Woody Johnson, the owner, came over and we started chopping it up. And so I was there.
You know?
Well, it took a little while. So Coach Bowles, I remember, he was asking me, he said, what position do you play and coach? And I said, the same position that you played at Temple University.
Woo!
And he looked at me just pretty much like that.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, well, look, enjoy yourself today. If you need anything, let me know. So when he went to walk away, I called him back over. I said, Coach, I need something.
So how did you actually get the job, though?
Coach Bowles and I talked. We talked, and then I stayed at practice that day. And then after practice, he and I spoke some more. Before we left, he said to me to bring my resume. He says, when you come back, bring a resume because you should work for this organization. And I said, I agree.
Thus, the first Black female coach in the NFL. Yeah,
it took a while. So I kept going back to practice. I would text Coach Bowles and I'd say, I'm coming out. Is today okay? He would say, of course. If I didn't come out for a while, he would, text me. Where you been? The guys are asking about you.
So you got the job. So listen, so after that, you started the Believe in You Incorporated.
Yeah, I started Believe in You Incorporated. Yeah. Believe in You.
Upon.
You know what? That is based upon Coach Bowles and I's first meeting. When Coach Bowles said to me, you should work for this organization, I was so excited. He said that to me. I called my dad up when I left practice and I said, Dad, can you believe Coach Bowles asked me to work for the organization? And my dad said to me, I can believe it. I'd be more proud if you believed it. So that stuck in me. And I left the NFL to start my own company to empower Black
people. There you go. Believe in You. I got it.
Believe in You Incorporated.
I got it.
Yeah.
How'd you feel, to find out that Coach Todd Bowles is with Tampa Bay?
Oh man, that I was blown away. He's such a good man. He's such an incredible person. I consider him to be a big brother. He's a wonderful coach, wonderful, and he's a defensive coach. So when he became the Tampa Bay Bucks defensive coordinator, I said he is going to crush this defense, and he did. And every time I watch the Bucks games, I look at my dad because we watch football together, and I said, that's Coach Bowles all over that defense.
He brought him all the way to the Super Bowl. Woo!
Brought him all
right.
His debut. I got goosebumps. Yeah, I'm so proud of him.
So that's great. You're doing some wonderful things. What do you tell people about Black History Month? What does it mean for you?
Black History Month, to me, should be every single day, because there's so many phenomenal Black persons that help create this world to make it a better place, yourself included. There's so many of us that do extraordinary things. So we're beyond 1 month. We're every day. We're 365 days a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm exceptionally proud of Black History Month and proud to be a part of it. Proud to be, someone that's making and creating change in this world and positive, impactful messaging to our Black youth that need it so bad.
And you made history. Where can we go to find out more about you? Do you have a website?
I do. So my website is believeInYouInc.com. BelieveInYouInc.com. I also ask people to follow me on Instagram under Colette V. The V is for victory, Colette V. Smith.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of things going on. I'm working on my life story still. I have a documentary in motion, and there's talk about a movie series.
Oh, that's great.
There's a lot of things going on right now.
And you have all of that on the website, right? Because we're going to go there and check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. My book, we'll see when that book is coming out. I work on my book every chance I get. I'm writing all the time.